A wealthy Russian businessman and his associates made close to $90 million by cheating the stock market in an elaborate scheme that involved hacking into US computer networks to steal insider information about companies such as Microsoft and Tesla. But before we get into the video, I post content weekly on cyber events. If that interests you, be sure to subscribe. Now, the businessman involved is named Vladislav Klyushin. He is the owner of a Moscow-based information technology company named M13. He was on trial in federal court nearly 2 years after he was arrested when he landed in Switzerland on a private jet for a skiing trip. The company M13 provides services to detect vulnerabilities in computer systems. Among its clients is the administration of Russian President Vladimir Putin. Now, Vladislav Klyushin is the only Russian being charged, while there are 4 other co-conspirators who are involved in the hack, one of them being Ivan Ermakov, a former Russian military intelligence officer, who was one of the 12 Russians charged in 2018 with hacking into Hillary Clinton's presidential campaign and the Democratic Party, and publishing its emails in an attempt to influence the 2016 election. Assistant US Attorney Stephen Frank said the hack-to-trade scheme netted Klyushin and his associates the kind of returns actual money managers couldn't even dream about, using stolen information about the performance of a company that would dictate its stock price. Klyushin personally turned a $2 million investment into nearly $21 million, and together the group turned about $9 million into nearly $90 million, Frank said. Prosecutors allege that the hackers from 2018 to 2020 viewed and downloaded yet to be announced earning reports of hundreds of companies. They did this by deploying malware to gather employees' usernames and passwords for 2 US-based vendors that publicly traded companies used to make filings through the Securities and Exchange Commission. They then broke into the vendors' computer systems to get the financial disclosures of companies including Microsoft, Tesla, Kohl's, Ultra Beauty, and many more, before they were filed to the SEC and became public. By getting the company's financial information ahead of time, the defendants were able to make trades using brokerage accounts, sometimes in their own names, based on whether a company's shares would likely rise or fall following the public disclosure of the information, the prosecutor said. It wasn't luck, and it wasn't because of careful financial research either. The defendant cheated, Frank said. Klyushin's lawyer, Maxim Nemtsov, countered with that the prosecution's case was built on gaping holes and inferences. He said that there was zero evidence Klyushin ever saw or possessed a stolen earnings report, and instead his client had built an operation within M13, his company, to monitor media, engage investors, to gather information that was used for trading instead. Nothing illegal about being Russian, about having wealth, about having an IT technology company that contracts with the government. Nemtsov told the jury, but the defense didn't hold. And on the 15th of February, Vladislav Klyushin was found guilty after a 3-week trial on all charges against him, including wire fraud, unauthorized access to computers, and securities fraud. US Attorney Rachel Rollins said in an email statement, the jury saw Mr. Klyushin for exactly what he is, a cybercriminal and a cheat. He reportedly gamed the system and finally got caught. Now he is a convicted felon. For nearly 3 years, he and his co-conspirators reportedly hacked into US computer networks to obtain tomorrow's headlines today. Klyushin's attorney Nemtsov said in an email that he and his client are very disappointed but respect the jury's verdict. He said they intend to appeal, adding that the case included novel theories that have never been reviewed or adapted by higher courts. The sentence is due to be pronounced on May 4th, 2023. He faces up to 30 years in prison. I will provide an update in the comment section on what happens next, so be sure to subscribe to find out. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed that video, be sure to click the one on screen.